Okay, so 1 hour at the park yesterday, and let's see, we did drive with the windows down for about half an hour. Does that count? Got lots of fresh air. I think it counts. Hey, I'm Anna with Real Mom Homeschooling, and today I want to talk to you about 3 tips that helped us achieve our 1,000 hours outside this year. So I don't know if you follow Jenny with 1,000 hours outside, but we started last year and we attempted doing that. And we did not achieve it. 2022 was not our year, but we still spent a lot more time outside than we would have if we hadn't at least been attempting to spend 1,000 hours outside. So this year I kind of thought through some different things of how I was running the house each day and how we could fit in more time outside. Because if you divide 1,000 hours, it comes out to be about 3 hours a day. And that feels like a lot, it feels like a lot to spend 3 hours outside every single day. So I wanted to kind of break it down and find some creative ways to spend more time outside. So tip number 1 is literally do everything outside. And that's what I mean. Like right now I'm filming this video outside because there's so many things that we tend to do inside that we can actually do outside. So one of the big things that I changed was that lunchtime is outside. So we typically spend the morning doing schoolwork, and then in some activities and things like that. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. So we're doing lots of hands-on activities, and then we do a little bit of schoolwork, and then we go outside. And so about an hour before lunch, we'll go outside. And so lunch is typically an easy meal to eat outside. We're not typically having like soup for lunch, even though you could still eat that outside. Just making that one change. First of all, it kept my house clean, so I didn't have to clean up after lunch. Because I know like comments that I see a lot is moms saying like, well, I can't spend all day outside with my kids. Like I have stuff that I have to do. But when you keep the kids outside, then that also keeps the mess outside. And so that really gave us a big chunk of time each day that we were spending outside, let alone anything else that we would do. So the second tip that I have is to not let weather get in the way. So typically on rainy days, like I would keep the kids inside, and if it's lightning outside, obviously stay inside. But just on those like rainy days when it's just a little sprinkle, not a big deal, we would typically stay inside. And then at the end of the day, I have 2 boys, they would just be bouncing off the walls because they didn't get any energy out other than running around the house, and they didn't get any time outside. And so I bought 2 kid umbrellas, and we go outside now when it rains. And they love walking around the neighborhood and finding worms and stuff like that come out onto the sidewalk when it rains. And then also like with the time change, now after dinner it's dark, and so I bought them some fun little flashlights, and we walk around the neighborhood with their flashlights to get a little bit more time outside, especially if we didn't get as much during the day. So don't let weather get in the way. Even in the winter time, we definitely spend less time outside, but we still go outside. And when it's really cold, we just break it up into manageable chunks. It's like, hey, let's throw on a coat and some boots. Let's walk around our neighborhood for half an hour. And that's that, then that's half an hour of time that we got outside. And then let's do that in the morning and then in the afternoon. And because I know that we're going to make up some of that time in the summer. In the summer, we'll spend 5, 6, 7 hours outside in one day, versus in the winter we might spend 1 hour outside, and it all kind of balances out. But don't let weather get in the way. Get some fun gear for your kids and make going outside, even in rainy or snowy weather, a lot of fun. And then the third tip that I have, and then I also have a bonus tip after this one, but the third tip that I have is to hype your kids up about it and involve other people. So don't just make it your goal to okay, I'm going to make sure that my kids spend 1,000 hours outside this year. Make it also the goal of, see if there's other moms who want to also make that their goal. And you can kind of team up and get them excited about it too. It's always more fun to do things when you have a friend to do it with you. And then plan those meetups with those friends, explore new parks and get your kids excited about it. Tell them that you have this goal, don't just say hey, we have to go outside today, but tell them why you're doing it, and Jenny has on the 1,000 Hours Outside website, she has all these fun trackers. And so look those up, print one off per kid or just as a family, and track your hours as you go and get your kids excited for tracking that, because it'll be fun for them to see the progress too. Last but not least, my bonus tip is check out Jenny's podcast. It is so good. There's so many amazing gems in there. I know I've learned a lot from it, and I know that you will too. So until we meet again next time, I hope that you have an awesome day and enjoy some outdoor time.